have one speaker on the item. Daniel Freiheit, are you here? Online? Okay, go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be fast because never get in between a city councilor and their next meal is what I've learned over the years. The I know I'm doing well when Suman smiles. Suman is like he's my check, my reality check. A lot of you know me. I'm the Twitter fanatic, Lion Advocacy. By the way, I'm going to post some stuff about the noise issue because I had this issue, and there's ways to do it by holding the property owner of who's retained that garbage truck, hold that person responsible for not incorporating people's sleeping needs and the like. Anyhow, that'll be on my Twitter, Lion Advocacy. I've gotten a lot of followers over the years, 2 years, 31,000 or so by now, or 34, I forget. A lot of folks follow, retweet me. I got retweeted the other day from David Alton, who's on the UK Joint Committee on Human Rights. That was on medical assistance in dying. But my point is I get a lot of retweets for my views, which are not crazy. They're not conspiracy theories. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. But I'm here to speak today about the budget. I was put on item 20, whatever this is. I could have put last year's budget, this year's budget, whatever. Same thing. We've got to reallocate some resources to a pretty sobering issue. So sobering that I actually reached out to the Cleveland Clinic, who had posted about this. Cleveland Clinic updated their website in late 2022 on the risks of myocarditis. One of the causes, there's many causes of myocarditis. One of them, as we started to learn towards mid-2021, was the vaccine for certain cohorts, in particular young adolescent males and young adult males. The risk of myocarditis, depending on when they got vaccinated for COVID, the risk increased significantly. What Cleveland Clinic put on their website towards the end of 22 was that the fatality, 5-year mortality, is 50%. 50%. I reached out to them. I couldn't believe that's right. They had no distinction between viral myocarditis, mRNA-induced, or any other type. So I reached out to them. They actually corrected their website 2 days ago, yesterday, clarifying that this was for viral myocarditis, not for mRNA-induced myocarditis. The sobering realization that this has led me to is that the corrections that the Cleveland Clinic made, and they're experts, by the way, in heart stuff. The reality now is that they've connected myocarditis 5 years out to possibilities of sudden death and mortality generally. And there's a cohort that is affected by this, and that is, like I said, those who had the highest risk of myocarditis from the vaccine. Again, mRNA-induced myocarditis, mortality 5 years, no data on it. Sobering. I reached out, I pleaded with sick kids when they did some research. We're doing some research on this. They had some studies. I went high as I could. Went to the president, got blocked on Twitter. Don't blame the guy. Reached out to the president of CHEO. He blocked me. Maybe the channel is inappropriate. I don't know. So this is why I plead with the Board of Health. Tying it back to the item on the agenda, what can the board do? You've got to raise awareness. I think pediatric offices and some GPs are actually now default screening for this, for levels of, I think it's troponin or other ways to see which kids, adolescents, young adults,
Michael,
whatever.
I'm not even quite sure why your comments, what this has to do with the operating budget. I mean, you just
right.
Thank you for talking about any and everything. So
yes,
you have
it ties into right to the point of the budget. There was a surplus last year. So there is extra money in the coffers. It's not on the agenda. You're right. It should have been an agenda item for the upcoming budget. This public awareness campaign has to be This has to be tabbed on a budgetary item. Resources have to be dedicated to what very well may be a serious problem for the public for public health. Again, 20% of sudden deaths in young people is from myocarditis. They don't know what's, the mortality rate for mRNA-induced 5 years out they're getting the data now. But this board has to put some budget items to this cause that I'm quite, obviously you can see passionate about. Happy to take questions. I see my 5 minutes are up.
Thank you. Any questions for the deputant? Seeing none, thank you. I'll move this item for receipt, right? It's for receipt, right?